F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, E. There's a reason why I am not a vocal major, and I think that all of YouTube knows it right now. Alright, so now we're going to begin the descending E chromatic major scale. Alright, so A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, E, G sharp, E. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be covering the F sharp major or G flat major chromatic scale on the guitar. We've already covered the E major scale and the F major scale on the guitar, so now we're actually logically progressing up by the half steps to play it properly within the first 5 frets of the guitar neck. So let's begin. So on the 6th string of the guitar, that's the thickest one closest to your face, you're going to put your second finger right there inside the 2nd fret. And there, that's your F sharp or G flat. Now, as always with a major chromatic scale, the pattern to follow is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So your first motive of operation is to actually move up 2 frets to your first whole step. So you're going to go from F sharp or G flat to G sharp or A flat. And you're going to play that in the 4th fret of the 6th string with your pinky finger or your 4th finger. So there you go. Next, you've got to make your 2nd whole step. And to do so, you got to stretch your 1st finger all the way back to the 1st fret of the 5th string. That's going to play your B flat or A sharp. So you got F sharp, G flat, G sharp, A flat, A sharp, B flat. Next, you got to play that half step. So you just use your 2nd finger, go up half a step, and that's your B. Using your 4th finger on the 5th string, you're going to play the 4th fret. And that's going to be your C sharp or D flat. And now you got to go up another whole step, so you're going to bring your 1st finger again down to the 4th string and play the 1st fret. That's going to be D sharp or E flat. Now you got to go up one more whole step, so you're going to go up to the 3rd fret and play that on the 4th string with your ring finger or your 3rd finger. And that is going to be your E sharp or F flat. And finally, or E sharp or F, I should say, actually. And then finally, you're going to play your final chord or your final note. And that's going to be your F sharp or G flat. If you follow that pattern, you should be able to easily make it up and down the chromatic scale over the 2 octaves that we require in every video. So F sharp and G flat major chromatic scale, ascending and descending over 2 octaves. I hope you learned something in this video, and I wish that God will bless you in the future to come. Take care. Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. In the previous videos we covered the E major, the F major, and the F sharp G flat major chromatic scales, ascending and descending. Today we're going to take it up half a step, and we're going to cover the G major scale, ascending and descending. As always, we have to remember our pattern for ascending the scales, and that is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Let's begin. So we're going to start out on the 6th string, as always, for the first few scales that we're going to begin on. We're going to take our 3rd finger, place it on the 3rd fret. And that is our tonic, that is G. Now what's awesome about this is that you could just basically play along here, because our whole step jumps from the 6th string straight to the 5th string, the open 5th string, and that is A. So now use your 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, right there. There you go. Now you got to do your half step. So you're going to use your 3rd finger and go to the 3rd fret on the 5th string. That will be your C. So C, B, A, G. And now you can actually play the open 4th string, and that will be your D. And then you use your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And for the next one, what you're going to do is you're actually going to use your 4th finger. You're going to play that on the 4th fret of the 4th string. And finally, you're going to play an open 3rd string for your G. So it goes from F sharp, 4th fret, 4th string to G. So let's do that all over again. So you're going to start on G, open A, 2nd fret, 5th string for B, 3rd fret, 5th string for C, open D, open 4th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, that is going to be your E, the 4th fret of the 4th string, that is going to be your F sharp, and then your open 3rd string. And now let's descend it. So open 3rd string, 4th fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 4th, 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd fret of the 5th string, open 5th, 3rd fret of the 6th string. And after a little bit of practice, you can easily go up to 2 octaves. It's a little bit clunky for me right now, since I am a little bit out of practice with my pinky when it comes to the G major scale, whenever I do the 2nd octave, but over time you will see yourself improve on this scale. There you have it. That is your G chromatic scale, ascending and descending over 2 octaves. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope that you learned something, and I do wish that God will bless you in the future to come. Take care. Hi there folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Steve Inman, and today we're going to be going over the G sharp chromatic scale and the A flat chromatic scale. They're both the same fingerings, it's just they serve two different purposes whenever you're reading sheet music. We're going to be doing it on the guitar. To start things off, we're going to look at our sixth string for our G sharp note. The sixth string is the top string, the thickest one that is closest to your face. And yeah, we're going to look right up there at the fourth fret. We're going to put our third finger down there, or our fourth finger down there actually. Yeah. Now that's your G sharp right there. Now as always, the sequence that we're going to follow is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's how we follow our our note progression ascending the chromatic scale. So we're going to do our first whole step from the fourth fret of the sixth string to this first fret of the fifth string with our first finger. Next, we're going to use our third finger and play the third fret of the same string. And then we're going to use our fourth finger and play the fourth fret of the same string, the fifth string. Next, we're going to go back with our first finger on the fourth string, first fret. Then we're going to go up to the third fret of the fourth string. Then we're going to do the open third string. And finally, the first fret of the third string. So, as the end result, you should have a G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F double sharp, and G sharp. Now descending, we're going to go over the flats, the A flat scale. So we're going to take a look at this, and we're going to put our index finger back on the first fret of the third string, and that's your A flat. Now you're going to release that and play the open third string. That will be your G. Now you're going to play the third fret. You're going to play the third fret of the fourth string with your third finger, and that's going to be your F. Then you're going to play the first fret of the fourth string with your first finger, and that is going to be your E flat. Then you're going to play the fourth fret of the fifth string with your fourth finger. That's going to be your D flat. Then you're going to use your third finger and play the third fret of the fifth string, and that's going to be your C. You're going to go down to the first fret of the fifth string with your first finger. That's going to be your B flat. Finally, pinky on the fourth fret of the sixth string, and that's going to be your A flat. So it's going to look something like this. And that's how you play it. I hope that you learned something in this video, and I do hope that you advance exponentially inside your music experience on the guitar. May God bless you, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephen Inman, and today we're going to be going over the A major chromatic scale, ascending and descending. Now, whenever doing any chromatic scale, you've got to remember the order of progression, the sequence in which you're going to play the half steps and whole steps, and that is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. With that in mind, let's begin. So instead of playing the sixth string like we did in previous videos from E to G sharp or E to A flat, we're actually going to be starting this with an open A string, the open fifth string right below the thickest string on your guitar. right there. Now, for our first whole step, we're actually going to use our second finger and press down on the second fret of the fifth string. So you got an A to B. Now use your fourth finger and play the fourth fret of the fifth string, and that's going to be your C sharp. So A, B, C sharp. Now you can play an open fourth string. That will be your D. So A, B, C sharp, D. Second finger, second fret of the fourth string. That will be your E. Fourth finger, fourth fret of the fourth string. That will be your F sharp. Then first finger of the first finger of the first fret of the third string. That'll be your G sharp. And then finally, second finger on the second fret of your third string. That'll be your A. That's how you do the ascending A major scale. So open, second finger on the second fret, fourth finger on the fourth fret. So A, B, C, open on the fourth string, D, second finger, second fret, fourth string, E, fourth finger, fourth fret, fourth string, F sharp, then first finger, first fret, third string, G sharp, second finger, second fret on the third string, and that's going to be your A, and that's how you finish it. And descending, you just reverse the pattern. So A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C, C sharp, B sharp, A. And that's how you play the ascending and descending chromatic scale for A major on the guitar. I hope that you had a wonderful experience learning from this video, and I do pray that you have a blessed rest of your week. Take care now. God bless. Hello there, folks. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to go over the A sharp and B flat chromatic scales, ascending and descending respectively. To do this, we are actually going to follow the chromatic scale pattern, the whole step, half step, whole step, half step intervals for the notes while we're ascending, and then the half step, whole step, half step, whole step, descent. It's just the reverse of the ascending. So to begin, we're going to look at our fifth string, and we're going to put our first finger on the first fret of the fifth string. That will be our A sharp. So A sharp. Now for our whole step, we're going to use our third finger and go up to the third fret of the fifth string. That will be our B sharp. A sharp, B sharp. Now this next part's a little bit tricky because it's kind of a little bit counterintuitive, and that's because we're in a sharp major scale. We're actually going to play an open fourth string, and that's going to be our C double sharp, because in the regular A major scale, C is sharped. So in an A sharp major scale, that C sharp has to be sharped again. Therefore, it's a double sharp. So we've got an A sharp, B sharp, C double sharp, the first fret of the fourth string, that will be a D sharp. Third fret, third finger of the fourth string is going to be your E sharp. You're going to play the open third string for your F double sharp, same reason as with the C double sharp. In a regular major scale for A, F is already made sharp, so in an A sharp scale, that F sharp has to be made sharp again, so that's an F double sharp. On the open third string, you're going to use your second finger and play the second fret of the third string. That will be your G double sharp. And finally, third finger on the third fret. That will be your A sharp. So to recap this, we've got an A sharp, B sharp, C double sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F double sharp, G double sharp, A sharp. Descending, we're going to do the flats now. And as we know, it's half, whole, 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 half, whole, 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 half, whole, whole. There we go. It takes a little bit to remember that. Once you got it memorized, it's almost impossible to forget until you're on a YouTube video in front of potentially millions or one person viewing this. So to our B flat, we're going to use our third finger on the same string, on the third string, third fret, B flat, second finger, second fret of the third string. That'll be your A. Open third string, G. Then you're going to do third finger, third fret of the fourth string. That's your F. First finger of the first fret of the fourth string. That's going to be your E flat. Open fourth string. That's your D. Third finger, third fret, fifth string. That's your C. Then first finger, fifth string, first fret. That's your B flat. So to recap that, you've got a B flat, an A, G, F, E flat, D, C, and B flat. Practice this plenty of times and you'll be an expert at guitar in no time. I do hope that God blesses you the rest of this week, and I do pray that you just take care. Bye. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephen Inman, and today we're going to be going over the B major scale on the guitar. As always, when doing the ascending steps, you got to remember the pattern, and that is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Descending, you just reverse the order. It's going to be half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Yes, that does sound right. It sometimes gets a little bit confusing doing it in reverse, but after a while, you'll pick up on it. To begin, we're going to be on the fifth string. That's the second one from the top, the second thickest one. You're going to put your second finger on the second fret of the fifth string, and that's your B. For your first whole step, you're going to bring your fourth finger up to the fourth fret of the fifth string, and there, that will be your C sharp. So it goes from B to C sharp. Next, you're going to bring your first finger down to the first fret of the fourth string, and that will be your D sharp. So what we have is your B sharp, or B, I beg your pardon. B to C sharp to D sharp. That's your whole. Now for your half, you're going to bring your second finger onto the second fret of the fourth string. And that's your E. Fourth finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. That's going to be your F sharp. First finger on the first fret of the third string, and that's going to be your G sharp. Then you're going to bring your third finger on the third fret of the third string. That's going to be your A sharp. And finally, you're going to do an open second string. To recap, start on the second fret with your second finger on the fifth string. Fourth fret, fourth finger, fifth string. So B, C sharp, first fret, first finger, fourth string, D sharp, second finger, second fret, fourth string, E, fourth finger, fourth fret, fourth string, F sharp, first finger, first fret, third string, G sharp, third finger, third fret, third string, A sharp, and then open second string for B. Descending, you reverse the order. So it's going to be open second for B, third finger, third fret for the A sharp on the third string, first finger, first fret on the third string, and that's going to be your G sharp, fourth finger, fourth fret, fourth string for your F sharp, second finger, second fret, fourth string for your E, first finger, first fret, fourth string for your D sharp, a fourth finger on the fourth fret of the fifth string for your C sharp, and then finally second finger on the second fret of the fifth string for your B. This one's a very tricky one. I have a lot of trouble with this one. Descending seems to be a little bit easier than ascending, but keep working on it and you'll be able to accomplish that and master that chromatic scale rather quickly. And that's all I have for today. I do hope that you learned something that would be useful for you in the future. I do pray that you have a blessed rest of your week and that you take care of yourself. God bless. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephen Inman, and today we're going to be covering the C major scale on the guitar, ascending and descending. Now, the one thing we have to remember for any chromatic scale while ascending is the sequential pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And descending, it will be half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. Yes, that's 3. Half step, whole step, whole step. It's a little bit more tricky remembering going down, just having that memorized, but eventually you will be able to remember the pattern and you will be able to figure out how to play the notes on the fretboard by just remembering those patterns. To begin, we're going to be on the 5th string, 3rd fret with the 3rd finger. Now we have to do our first whole step, and to do that, we're going to just play an open 4th string. Now, it's not a good habit to drop your hand down from the guitar neck. I just said that so that you could see that I'm not pressing any notes whenever I'm playing. So, we're going to do 3rd fret, 5th string, C to D, open 4th. Next whole step is going to be the 2nd fret, 2nd string, or 2nd fret, 4th string, 2nd finger. That's going to be E, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th string, and that's going to be your F. Then open for the 3rd string, that's going to be your G, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, that's going to be your A, 4th finger, 4th fret, 3rd string, that's going to be your B, 1st finger, 1st fret on the 2nd string, that's going to be your C. And descending, C in the same spot, 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, F is going to be on the 4th fret, 4th finger, 3rd string, A is going to be 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string, open G, that's the open 3rd string for your G. Then you're going to do the 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 4th string, that's going to be your F, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, that's going to be your E, open 4th, that's going to be your D, and then finally you're going to do your 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 5th string, and that's going to be your C. So to recap, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, and C. that's probably one of the easiest chromatic scales that you will be able to play on the guitar. I hope that you learned something that will be useful for you in the future, and I hope that you apply it in many songs and many different styles of playing the guitar as you progress in your guitar career. I wish the best of luck for you, that God will bless you this entire week, and that you take care of yourself. Bye now. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephen Inman, and today we're going to be covering the C-sharp major scale ascending and the D-flat major scale descending. As always, when doing the chromatic scale, the ascending sequence to play the notes is going to be a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. In descending, it's going to be half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. It's a little bit harder to remember the descending way than it is to remember the ascending form of the sequence, but eventually, if you practice it, you will be able to remember how it is played. Alright, to begin, we're going to be on the 5th string, 4th finger, 4th fret. That's your C sharp. Now we have to go a whole step, so we're going to actually use our 1st finger on the 4th string. That's going to be our D sharp. Our next whole step is going to be 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 4th string, E sharp. Now we have to do a half step, so we're going to use our 4th finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, F sharp. Now we got to do a whole step, so we're going to do our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. That's our G sharp. Now we got to do another whole step, and so we're going to use the 3rd string, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 3rd string, A sharp. One more whole step. That's going to be our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and that is going to be our B sharp. And then finally half step, and that is going to play, and we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. That is our C sharp. So to recap, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. Descending, we're going to do the D flat scale. So you're going to have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, like we do right now. That's your D flat. Then after that, you're just going to drop down a half step to your C. So that's a 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Now you got to drop down a whole step. That's going to be a B flat. So that's going to have your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. Now you have to go down another whole step. So your index finger on the 1st fret, 3rd string. 1st finger, 1st fret, 3rd string. And that's going to be an A flat. 4th finger, 4th fret, 4th string. G flat. 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th string. F. 1st finger, 1st fret, 4th string, E flat, and then finally 4th finger, 4th fret, 4th string, or 5th string, beg your pardon, and that is your D flat. So to recap, we're going to start at the bottom of the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 2nd finger, D flat, half step down, C, B flat, A, G flat, F, E flat, and then C. And there you have it. I hope you learned something useful today that you will be able to apply further in your guitar career. And I do pray that God will bless you throughout the rest of this week and that you take care of yourself. Take care. God bless. Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be doing the D sharp major scale ascending and the E flat major scale descending. This will be the final scales, or the final video of the chromatic scales ascending and descending that we will do on the guitar for this YouTube channel. We've already done E major all the way up to D major, and this is the final one that we will have to do since the only one after that is D sharp / E flat. To start, we have to remember that the very first order of process for these chromatic scales is remember the sequence to ascend and descend. The sequence for ascending is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And descending, it is half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, and whole step. It's a little bit tricky remembering it as it's descending. It's a little bit counterintuitive, but eventually you'll have it memorized and you'll be able to play it with absolute confidence. And just about as much confidence as me being able to say the word confidence on my first go, apparently. Alright, let's begin. So we're going to have our first finger, first fret of the 4th string, and that's your D sharp. Now you're going to move up to a whole step, 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 4th string, and that's going to be E sharp. You're going to play an open 4th string, and that's going to be your F double sharp. So you've already got a D sharp, 1st finger, 1st fret, 4th string, E sharp, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th string, open 3rd for your F double sharp, 1st finger, 1st fret, 3rd string, and that's going to be your G sharp. Now you're going to do the A sharp, so that's going to be 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd string. Then you're going to do the 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string. That's going to be your B sharp. Then you're going to do 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, C double sharp, then 4th finger, 4th fret, 2nd string, and that is going to be your D sharp. To recap, we're on the 1st fret of the 4th string with our 1st finger. So D sharp, E sharp, F double sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C double sharp, D sharp. Now to descend. We're in the E flat scale whenever we're descending for this video. So to begin, you're going to be on the 4th fret, 2nd string with your 4th finger, and you're going to play the E flat, half step down to D, that's the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger on the 2nd string. Now you're going to bring in your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string to your C. Then you're going to do 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 3rd string. That's a B flat. Then you're going to bring in your 1st finger, 1st fret on the 3rd string. That's going to be an A flat, open G. Then you're going to do the 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 4th string. That is going to be an F. And then finally, 1st finger, 1st fret, 4th string, E flat. So to recap, E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat. I'll do that one more time. It got a little bit tricky at the end. So it's E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat. There we go. Now we've got it. It has been a very long series, but I am glad that you stuck it out with me, and I hope you learned something valuable for your guitar career in the future. And I do pray that God will bless you and that He will give you a good rest of your week. Take care now. Goodbye. F major. I guess this is also another way to play it. F minor. Then we've got a F suspended fourth, and then an F6, which is right there. G major, G minor, go up to the third fret, and then just play that there. G7, is it? Yeah. And then a G suspended 4. A major. A minor. A7. And then A major 7. So B major, B minor, B7, and B6. C major, C7, C add 9, and C major 7. D major, D minor, D7, and then D major 7. A E major, E minor, E7, and E major 7. And that is it. Okay, now we're going to do the bar chords, and we're going to be starting on F. So, first fret bar, F major, F minor, F sharp, G flat major, F sharp, G flat minor, G major, G minor, G sharp, A flat major, G sharp, A flat minor, A major, A minor, A sharp, B flat major, A sharp, B flat minor. Alright, and now we're going to go over to this down here. So this is going to be A sharp, B flat major, A sharp, B flat minor, E major, B minor, C major, C minor, C sharp, D flat major, C sharp, D flat minor, D major, D minor, D sharp, E flat major, D sharp, E flat minor, and that is it for the bar chords. A little bit tricky on the steel string guitar compared to nylon string, but it is manageable eventually. Take care.